From the age of about 20, there's been a concept that has literally lit up my soul. It's spoken to me on levels that I felt, but I didn't really understand why. I read a book called Pay It Forwards, and if you haven't read it, I suggest you go get it. Pay It Forwards is a book about a young boy. He's part of a class that are set a challenge by an inspiring teacher, something that speaks to my soul. And the challenge is to come up with a concept that would literally change the world for the better. The first thing that lights up my soul about what he does, the boy's name is Trevor, is that he zooms out to the biggest picture. While some of his school friends think about recycling in their local neighbourhood, all of which is good, he goes biggest picture. The challenge was to change the world. He doesn't want to change the world around him, he wants to change the world. So he finds a way, and his way is genius. And it's genius because it works. And that speaks to my soul because the reason it works is because it's based upon his innocence. It's based upon a trust that all physical humans are built of love and light. There is no good or bad human. We're all built of love. Sure, some people behave in a way that is unacceptable in society, behave in a way that is condemned. Behaviour is always an indication of disconnection from yourself. Bad behaviour. Bad behaviour is always a cry for help. And I'm not here to debate that. What I'm here to talk to you about is the idea of paying it forwards. So in Trevor's vision, you pick 3 people and you do something or give something to those 3 people that really make a difference to them. That's the first criteria. It has to be big enough that it impacts them. And then all you ask for in return is that they pay 3 more people forwards. So they pick 3 people and they do exactly the same thing. It's got to be something really impactful. It's got to be something that that person needs. Not what you would want, but what they want in that moment. Now there's so much about this that speaks to my soul. Like I say, the innocence that everybody would agree that this won't work because people won't pay it forwards. People are inherently bad. They'll take what you give them and then they won't bother to pay it forwards. But Trevor's innocence, that what he sees and what he connects to and what he knows at a soul level is what we all know. And that is that if you are here, if you are a physical human, you are built of love and light. You're not inherently bad. There's no such thing. And what happens? Because of the love that Trevor flows through paying it forwards, those people feel his love and they're compelled to flow it on. And what happens? A world starts to evolve. A world where everybody is giving forwards. Everybody is looking for how they can help the next person. A world develops where it's expected that if you are suffering or you are in trouble, more than one person will step up. You'll be helped before you even fall into the pain of the suffering. Call it nirvana. Call it unbelievable. Call it a dream. I'm a dreamer, but I'm also a change maker. This is the world in which I want to live. I want to live in a world where we're paying it forwards. But there's one other bit that recently I've been understanding. I understand the altruistic, I understand the flow of love, I even now understand that connection to innocence and the connection to all physical humans are built of love and light. But recently, I've started to understand something else. And that's the numbers. It's that extrapolating, ever increasing number. I pay it forwards to 3, they pay it forwards to 3, they pay it forwards to 3, they pay it forwards to 3. If you look at the numbers of this bigger, and it gets bigger quickly. Suddenly, you have got 3 people to pay it forwards to, and someone else is already giving you something else that you need to pay forwards. You're constantly on the lookout for paying it forwards. You don't even know how many more you've got to do, because by the time you get to 2, there's another 2 that you need to pay 3 forwards to. That's the world in which I want to live. That's the world in which I'm welcoming change for. How? Where do we start? We start with you, each and every one of you. We start with a belief in that powerful love that exists within each physical human. We start with hope. Hope for change. We start with trust. Trust in each other. We start with connection. Man, is that my zone of genius. Forging connections between people. Calling you to true through connections to me. Calling each other to truly you through connections with each other. What else is my zone of genius? Divine play, divine dance, experiencing what the change would be like, so that you go, oh, that's where I want to go, that feels good. Using divine play and divine dance to help you to understand how powerful what feels good is. This is you being truly you. And I might just be speaking to you, but I'm speaking to all of you. If I can encourage you to welcome the change that brings you to truly you, that brings you to truly you in every moment, so that you're living free, you're living as you in every single moment. And that feels great divinely, so you do more and more of it. Guess what happens? You call others to truly them, or truly you for them. And they call others, and they call others. And the connection between you that forges, because you're all living as truly you, grows and builds and builds and grows, and we all rise together divinely. Each of us being truly you, each of us bringing the magic that only we can bring. Suddenly, you want everybody to be truly you. Suddenly you want to pull people away from their disconnection, because, hey, the world needs you to be truly you. I need to connect to you. We need to rise together. Suddenly you're not looking up at the person who's living the life that you want to live. You're looking down to the person who needs pulling up, so that we can all rise together. You don't look for the highest common denominator and try to climb to it. You look for the lowest common denominator and pull up to you. For their greatest good, but for the greatest good of the whole. It's the essence of paying it forwards. It starts with you, being truly you. Starts with you understanding what feels good. Starts with you choosing to align to what feels good. And then as our community grows, it starts with feeling the divine connection that comes when we're all connected, when we're being truly you. It comes with feeling and understanding what it means when we connect to together we rise divinely. And then from there, it comes to automatically, without thought, looking for the person who needs pulling up, looking for the suffering, looking for the bad behaviour and going, hey, we rise together, dude, we're in this together, here's my hand, let's pull you out of that suffering for the greatest good of all. Of course, change starts with you. You've got to look at the man in the mirror first. We've got to get you to truly you. But then, once you've nailed that, you start to look to bringing others to truly you for them. Because we're strongest together. Together, we rise divinely. There's more to come. Heaps more to come from me. Join a live class. See how we can step towards this nirvana together. Change is afoot. Change is coming, and I am the facilitator of change that you need. Make me put my money where my mouth is. I'll see you at the class.